Hey, it's Jarrell again with That Gun Talk. So, talking about safety, the one thing I want to give you first of all that you have to understand is the universal safety rules. That is to treat all guns as though they're loaded, never point your firearm at anything you are not willing to destroy, keep your finger off that trigger, outside that trigger guard until you're on target and made that decision to shoot. Know your target, what's beyond it and what's around it, and never attempt to catch a falling gun. Now that we had that out the way, we're going to talk about some safer options to store your firearm at home. We're going to go over those things right now. So now I want to demonstrate to you how you would store your firearm at home, preferably in a lockbox. And I'll show you the difference in the next clip. There's two types of locks we're going to look at. One is going to be your traditional cable lock that comes with the firearm, and something else outside of that, which is called a lockbox that you can purchase actually on Amazon or vendors like that. So we're going to look at that now, and I'm going to show you how that works, what you should do and what you should not do. Awesome. So here's that tip we was talking about when it comes to storing your firearm, especially at home. Listen, this is the typical lock that comes with your firearm. That's given from the gun manufacturer because it has to come that way. This lock, forget about it. You want to secure your firearm at home and something like this, that could be on your nightstand. And if you have children and those in the house, something that you can lock up, a metal lockbox. Simple metal lockbox, lock by key, combination, or both. Some even have fingerprints on that you can open it up with. But this is how you want to store it at home, right? Simple box like this here that you can take your firearm. As you can see, this one is clear. There's nothing in this firearm. That you can take this firearm and you can store it. Here's the magazine that is empty, but we're going to put it inside here as if it was live. This would be stored inside of the safe here. But one of the key goals I want you to understand is when you store this in the safe, please always store your firearm inside its holster. And why is that so important? I'm going to show you right now. Firearm inside the holster. When you look at this holster and you look at the firearm now, what do you see that is covered? The trigger. The trigger is what's covered, okay? So that is an important thing. So you always want to store your firearm, secure your firearm inside its holster. God forbid if anything should happen with this firearm secured inside the holster, inside the safe, you know that two things have to happen. One, you're going to have to open the safe up first in the middle of the night in a stressful situation. Two, you're going to have to grab this firearm, okay? So when you grab the firearm, the one thing you don't want to touch is the trigger. That's a safety rule, that we don't want to keep our fingers off the trigger until we're on target and made that decision to shoot. So you know there's two things have to happen. You open your safe up, you retrieve your firearm, and you know you have to remove it from the holster. Okay? So that's the way you always want to store it, with it in the holster. Okay? So never store it in its case like that. Not a good idea, especially in stressful situations. It always needs to be stored inside the holster. That is a quick tip that I'm giving you on safe storage at home. It's a pro tip. Please use that. They have various different styles of cases to protect your firearm in. Invest in a good one. Under at least $100. Invest in a good one to protect yourselves and your family. Our job is to keep our families safe. We want to educate and not isolate. We love you, Philadelphia, and we love our children.